I want to tell you a story about retirement that illustrates some of the misconceptions that we have about money and about retirement and careers. I'm going to talk about two different paths to retirement. I was taught my whole life that it was necessary to go to school, get good grades, go to college, get an advanced degree. I got an MBA, undergrad in finance, and an MBA with an emphasis in accounting. And then I went to work for a company, and then eventually I went to work for myself. So I took the traditional study hard, go to school, get good grades, get a job pathway, which is something that I think is most commonly taught to people. And then along the way, save money, put money into your brokerage account, save some money under the mattress, save as much money as you can, and invest. And over time, I was able to retire when I was 47. And so that worked well for me, although there were a lot of ups and downs. And soon after I retired, I was at Costco, where most of my money goes. And I was talking to the checker that was there. He was about my age. And I asked him about his career at Costco. He had told me that he started working at Costco when he was 17. So that was about 30 years he had been working there. And he had done all sorts of different jobs. He wasn't the manager. He wasn't running the store. He had a pretty normal job. And I thought, as I was walking out with my groceries, I thought, well, that's a little bit sad that he worked at Costco so long and hasn't moved up, isn't running the store, isn't the regional manager, isn't running Costco, because that's how we're taught. We're taught that we need to keep advancing, keep climbing the ladder and striving to be the boss. And I found myself thinking more and more about him and about his situation. And I realized something. I realized that he had been there for 30 years. I started crunching the numbers, thinking if he started putting money into Costco's 401k plan and getting stock in Costco and consistently saving over those 30 years, he started out his career at 17 with no debt. And if he had put money into his retirement, into his 401k, Costco has great benefits, health benefits, and the 401k, and they've got everything. They're a very good employer. If he would have done that for 30 years, then he could now enjoy a pretty comfortable retirement. And at 47, if he works another 10 years, then that's an even better retirement, which is a totally different path than most people take, than I took, where I had to pay for college. And then my MBA cost $50,000. So I actually started out my career, the early years of my career, in debt. I went to college and then I moved to New York and worked there on Wall Street for a few years. And I actually went in the hole, went in debt because they don't pay you much. And then I got an MBA. So I was starting way back behind him because I took the traditional path. Whereas somebody who comes out of high school, and without any debt, and either goes to community college or a cheap college and just pays for their school as they go through school, because I think school can be great if you get the right degree and you have a definite path to what you want to study and what you want to be when you grow up. You need college for a lot of things, like law school. You need to go to law school if you want to be an attorney. But he took a different path, which I think is unconventional and becoming more conventional. More and more people are realizing this, that you don't have to go into debt. You don't necessarily have to go to school. There are a lot of alternate careers that you can do without going into debt and starting off your career that way. And then the other part I realized is when I was growing up, there were a lot of careers that I thought were off limits to me because the salary wasn't high enough. But I didn't realize until later that there are a lot of careers that can be great, that can provide a great retirement for you as long as you are managing your money well, as long as you are spending less than you earn and investing the difference and consistently investing in your retirement plan, your brokerage account, your 401k, your IRA, consistently every time you get paid, then that retirement will come. So I just want to share those thoughts because that contrasting different path I thought was pretty interesting, that the path between going to school, getting into a lot of debt, and then having to work to climb out of that debt versus the guy at Costco, who I shouldn't have felt sorry for because he was doing great. He had a great employer, great benefits, his health insurance was covered, and a 401k, and he probably likely had more money than I did at the time because he had stuck with one job. I've been an entrepreneur and bounced around different jobs like a lot of us do these days. He had one career path that was pretty simple and straightforward. And the most important thing he did was to not go into debt and just continually save and invest throughout his career, however long that lasts. So 2 different pathways. Which one do you think is more viable? Have you taken either one of these pathways or a third or fourth pathway? Let me know in the comments down below. And also want to invite you to join the Morning Download newsletter. It's a personal finance newsletter. Every day the market's open, we write it and send it out. That covers personal finance and what's happening in the market. You can get it at morningdownload.com. Also the links down below. If you want more content like this, please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.